too. And of course, nails have exploded as a fashion category in the last 2 or 3 years, and a lot of it is do-it-yourself that you can find at, the drugstore or Target and Walmart. She still wants a great haircut, but she's willing to do hair color on her own, particularly those ladies who are either just covering gray or doing a single process color. It's relatively easy to do that. Hair coloring in the box has become, better and better all the time. So you can get better color and do it the way you want to. And finally, she is not doing those fancy espresso drinks at the coffee shop so much as she used to. She's either, cutting out a visit or two a week of that, or just going with the plain coffee and not going for those fancy drinks, which can be $3, $4, $5, and that can really eat into your household budget.
Well, and I'm curious, just year over year, do you think that women's fixation on saving and paying down debt is going to remain the same, or do you think maybe she's choosing to kind of release the pocketbook, if you will, the purse strings, and pay a little bit more for some other things?
I think that this whole down economy it's been so protracted that it's no longer the new normal, it's just the normal, So having to strike a balance between thoughtful spending and regular savings, that's become the norm. And what you hear are things like, women saying, hey, we're doing pretty well. We really are. It's not that we can't afford these things, but we're just being a lot more thoughtful these days, and we're being less impulsive. So we're doing some splurges, but they're a little bit more planful. They're not just live in the moment for the moment. So we do think that she's going to continue to keep an eye towards keeping that debt managed, paying off debt when it does creep up, but it doesn't mean that she's not going to have a little fun now and again too. But no, do we see it swinging back? Not unless the economy takes a pretty dramatic shift upward. Probably not.
Yeah, and we're not really anticipating that, are we?
We're not. No, we're not.
I think, sadly, it's going to be status quo for a while. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I do want to ask you both kind of what are those female-focused trends that you're watching right now? More from Beth and Mary when we return in just a moment.
Okay, time for something we can all relate to. Shopping. Purse Strings will be right back after these messages from our advertisers.
Discuss and shape the future of performance marketing in New York City, March 12th through the 13th at the Performance Marketing Insights Conference. Come hear from and talk to other global industry leaders as they share how they're developing new revenue streams, deploying the latest technologies, preparing for increased regulation, and leveraging from the most effective digital advertising channels. WebmasterRadio.fm listeners can save 15% on registration by using the promo code WEBMPMI15. That's WEBMPMI15. For more information and to register today, visit performancemarketinginsights.com.
Ever wondered how you could have access to your own SEO expert, paid search specialist, or social media wizard? Looking for help with your affiliate, display media, or email marketing? Look no further than the folks at Fang Digital Marketing. Fang Digital specializes in both paid and organic search, social media, display, and mobile advertising solutions, and is staffed by industry veterans from Google, Yahoo, and one of the industry's most influential PPC experts. Fang Digital's award-winning staff stays on top of the latest in digital trends and offer tailored solutions so they can audit your progress and build a roadmap to your success. Learn more about their expanding range of full-service strategic marketing solutions at fangdigital.com. That's F-A-N-G digital.com.
Oh yeah, my day is done. Time for happy hour.
You're already done for the day?
Yeah, because I use CertifiedKnowledge.org. Their PPC tools literally save me hours every day.
How do you keep on top of all of Google's new features?
Easy. With Certified Knowledge, their interactive learning modules keep me up to date. And if there's something I don't know, I can watch their video lessons without having to hunt around the Google Help files.
Great. I'm ready to expand my knowledge.
Hi, I'm Brett Geddes. I'm the only leader officially supported by Google to teach the advanced track of the AdWords Seminars for Success. I personally recommend CertifiedKnowledge.org as your one-stop shop for all your PPC needs.
Learn, optimize, connect. Be smart. Go to CertifiedKnowledge.org now.
Purse Strings is back with the inside track on today's woman. Here's your host, Maria Retan.
I've been talking today with Beth Perro-Jarvis and Mary Van Note of Ginger, which is a brand and custom research consultancy. And we've been talking a lot about the What Women Want survey that comes out annually from Ginger, and the Alpha panel that fuels those results, and some really good insights around women's new economic normal and the things that they're willing to give up and those things that they absolutely refuse to live without. And I'm curious, I mean, we're already into February. It's hard, I just cannot believe how fast this year is going. I am sure you're probably keeping your eyes out on some female-focused trends this year. Can you share a little bit about what you're really finding interesting these days?
Yeah, we've actually been doing some keeping a close eye on some different women's subgroups. Right now, we are looking closely at lower to middle income moms and young moms and Hispanic moms and Walmart moms, because we think that there's some behavioral trends that are starting there that are going to go into the mass market, already have gone into the mass market, and those moms are very, very value-driven, as you can imagine, and they've been very value-driven before the recession and during the recession. But what's happening now is they're very uncompromising, they're very fashion-focused, and they are demanding better fashion, faster fashion, higher quality items, even better service from the retail brands that they are using. So just because you're delivering something at a bargain basement low price doesn't mean that you're going to win their wallet anymore. They want the same amount of quality and the same amount of service and stuff that you can get in the middle market. It's putting a lot of pressure on retailers to be able to get that price point down, but still provide those bells and whistles that this mom who is, going to get what she wants, and she's very loud and proud about her family budget. And if you don't deliver for her, she's going to go find somebody else who will. So it's a very interesting trend.
Yeah, it's interesting how we don't want to give up anything, right? I mean, we want what we want for the price we want, but we want a lot for our money. And, it really is forcing companies to have to adapt products and services accordingly, and it may or may not make business sense for them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how companies are kind of getting their heads around this demand that's being created by the economic downturn, and that we don't want to give anything up.
No, and you'll see if you look into pricing research that if you drop your price for a while, people will say, wow, that's a really great price, and I guess I can give up some of the extras because it's a great price. But just like we talked about the new normal becoming normal, low prices are now just the price. And so if it's the price, then I should be able to get what I want for the price. It's not bargain basement low anymore. It's their normal now.
Yes, exactly. If you start giving it away, you're going to get stuck into giving it away all the time, because you're right, people come to expect it, and that's bad for business. And speaking of business, I know you guys work with some really fascinating clients. I'm curious if you have a particular piece of business, maybe a case story or so, that you felt was really a breakthrough when it comes to connecting and engaging women, that people who are listening today could really learn from.
Well, I think I would bring up two examples, and these are two very large yet very different companies that appeal to, in many ways, very different audiences, but they both manage to connect brilliantly and do well. And they really represent, in a nutshell, the whole high-low trend that we're always hearing about, and that's both Walmart and Nordstrom. We worked with both of those companies in the last year, and it's kind of amazing to witness how, with extremely different strategic playbooks, they're able to really connect with women. Walmart, in the case of Walmart, really that mom, that household mainstream CEO who is having to, do more for less for her family, and she really looks to Walmart as this incredibly critical resource for providing everything from, stocking the pantry and all of the groceries, through everything for her kids, from clothing to toys to electronics to all those household items. And they have done a great job of creating a customer that is literally in their store 2 times a week, buying the milk but then getting, a new toy for the kids. And the value that they deliver is just sort of unbeatable. And so it's interesting to, even pit a Walmart against other off-price retailers, and Walmart is just far and away the value leader and really satisfies a need for that value play Walmart mom. On the other end of the spectrum, you have a Nordstrom who has managed to keep their prices high. They have managed to stick to their guns in not having a sale every other minute. They've never done that. That's not been their legacy. And even with all the economic pressure, they never turn to that as a strategy. And yet, their customers would tell you that they deliver tremendous day in and day out value, and they are a great resource for them when they're, replenishing the closet each season.